Hello, everybody. Christopher Dillard here, Christopher Dillard Media on another location. I'm so excited and delighted to be here again in this community, in this neighborhood where I am going to have the pleasure of talking to a very talented individual. You talking about a hype man extraordinaire. This is just absolutely a treat for me to be able to talk to this young man who a face you're very familiar with all over the city of Greenville and all over this country, because he's traveling all over the country to do what it is he does. And I'm so delighted to have this opportunity to talk to, come on into the shot at his great office here in Greenville. I just want you to look at the face. Don't look at my face. Look at this face. This man right here is probably one of the most, famous faces, popular faces in the city of Greenville for all that he does. Let me tell you, by the age of 30, this guy has captivated and empowered over at least 3 million people live at live events, whether through speaking engagements, sports, entertainment, stay at the big stages. His unmatched energy and adaptability and ability to connect, I love that word, with any audience, anywhere he goes. This is what he does. And I just found out he doesn't even get nervous. Now, I need that because this is my own podcast and I'm nervous. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking to JDew of Greenville.
Good to see you, sir. Thanks for having me.
Listen to the voice.
Yes, sir.
Listen, let's open up with this. Were you ever shy as a kid?
I would say that the first, maybe and last time I ever got nervous was I was at a birthday party when I was 6 years old, and the clown who was the entertainment, he asked for a volunteer, picked me, I got up to do the trick. And of course it was a setup, right? I can't do the trick that he needs me to do. Right. He can do the trick, the rings, how do you get them to attach in detail? Yeah. Anyway, so I was nervous then. Maybe that was the last time.
That was the last time. But what age was that?
I was 6 years old. Mom had me signed up for singing in church and playing the trumpet.
Wow.
And, I tell people the story all the time that, how do you not get nervous or why? And I said, well, when it started in church, for a lot of black folks, it started in church, right?
Come on, absolutely.
Started in church. And what happened was I realized I wasn't good at playing the trumpet. I wasn't good at all. But I thought to myself, if I had to sing or be in front of the crowd in the congregation, I thought, man, when I'm in the seats in the pews, I'm never paying attention to what they're doing up there. So why would anyone pay attention to me? There's no need to be nervous. None of these people are paying attention.
I remember that.
So it started that. And so I said to myself, when I get up there, I need to be memorable. I need to be good, or else you're going to put these people to sleep. So that's how it started, maybe. So
I was going to ask, where this entertainment that you do, I've seen you at the baseball game here in our city at the field. And I told you earlier, I'm not even a fan of baseball.
Sure.
But I remembered you as the hype man of that crowd. And I'm like, and I just sat there and I'm like, this guy's really good. You held my attention. You kept us, interested. It wasn't even about baseball. It was just about your time for what you were doing to keep the audience entertained before that game started. How is it that you came to do this? And what do you tell yourself as you're at an event? How do you say, well, I got to keep this crowd interested? And what do you do if you feel like you're losing the crowd?
Well, it really started out with how I looked at things when I was a kid.
Okay.
And so since that time, from school plays to class clown stuff or whatever, it was always, when you get the opportunity to be in front of a group, you've got to make them feel good. It's about them.
Yeah.
It's about, once you come to a baseball game, if that's the venue, you've already paid. These people have had a long day at work. They brought their families out. They want to have a hot dog, a drink, or whatever it is.
Right.
They want to feel what you're ready to provide. So give them everything. That's why they came.
Sure.
They want all that. And like Steve Jobs said, people don't even know what they want till you give it to them.
Woo!
So we're going to give them something.
What a quote.
So that's what we're going to try to do. So for me, I started doing Greenville Drive baseball downtown as the MC in the second season, 2007. And I was 23 at the time.
Wow.
And that was many games ago. So there was a lot of opportunity to get the crowd hype and to help with a traditional pastime that
Sure.
everyone kind of loves,
Sure.
but it's really slow and kind of boring to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah.
So the entertainment factor of minor league baseball has always been huge. From Bull Durham all the way up to now, we got the Savannah Bananas. You know, the idea is to entertain and have a family engagement, family entertainment spectacle. So
when you do your events, do people say, "I just want you to come in and do what you do," or do they say, "Well, I want this to be done at the event. I want you to do this way to keep the people interested"? How is it that you outline your events?
That's a good point. So I fit in because I do so much baseball and basketball, Clemson basketball. Yeah. For so many years in this community, everyone comes. It's the watering hole, the front porch for the community. Is everyone comes to see a baseball game with their church, with their school, with their workplace. And so I do get those calls. Hey, we need you to come and do our event, the gala, the fundraiser, the talent show, whatever it may be. And it is interesting that there's really a either or. It's, hey, we need you to do what you do at our event because we've seen you. And I say, well, hey, I don't know anything about your organization, about your fundraising, about your mission. Sure. They're like, that's okay. You do what you do. We'll give you the stuff. Well, it depends on what it is. Yeah, it depends on what it is. Okay. So it's 50-50. And the other groups are, well, we just need someone who can read English and go down this list. And I was like, well, I can do that too, I guess. So it might be really structured, or it might be kind of free for all. So, okay. Yeah.
Do you sing?
I sing in a group. I can sing Sweet Caroline. Right?
I've heard him do that.
Take me out to the ball game.
He does a good job with that.
Right? Yeah. So I grew up in choirs. Right? Okay. The smaller that choir gets, the more nervous I might become. So
you get nervous.
We're gonna make sure it's at least a chorale of, maybe 6-7 people.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I know you act because you have a one-man show where you bring to life. Is it Martin Luther King?
There's several different black characters. Yeah,
several characters. Now, how did you come to do that? And because in that you're teaching about Black history, and you're bringing awareness to that. How did you get to do that? It's a one-man show?
No. Yeah, it's a one-man show called One Voice, you can find out all the characters and kind of the speeches that I do. Sure. OneVoiceShow.com. And what it is, it's a narrative of the voices of these historical real people. So there is no commentary from JDew. Okay. I've memorized their stuff. Oh, wow. Memorized their speeches. Wow. So like Dr. King, of course, the dream speech, right? Sure. That is kind of the linchpin that started it all back in 2011 for me, from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial back in 1963 when he gave it. Sure. So I memorized that. And in 2011, my show debuted at a local theater, professional theater. And the idea was to go from then till now through several different voices, character voices. I grew up Baptist, so everything is, there's voices, there's vignettes, so the voices are the real folks that are the icons. Sure. And then vignettes are local people who've sat down with me and they tell their story through their voice. Through Jim Crow or the Civil Rights Movement or something like that. So Frederick Douglass, MLK, Barack Obama, Muhammad Ali, several different characters like that, is what I brought to the stage in 2011 because of the germination and linchpin to get all that started was actually a vignette. It was an interview that I was a part of conducting in 2008. And there was a 95-year-old Greenvillian who had moved to Greenville in 1935. Okay. And he sat down for a community project. I happened to be the videographer. Wow. And the community members interviewed him about his life, his tenure as a teacher and a coach and an educator type person. Sure. And he told this many stories, but one of those stories about some racism that he received when he moved to South Carolina from Hampton University. Wow. Hampton Institute back then, because he's that old. Yeah. And he talked about trying to get his driver's license changed from Virginia to South Carolina. What happened in the DMV? Oh, my. And when this 95-year-old man, 60 years after the event, broke down and cried in his living room about what was said to him and how he felt. Wow. Changed my life. Oh, my goodness. Changed my life. And so I actually, several years later in 2011, the show was an original thought on how do I get people to hear that testimony. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so actually it was reverse engineered. I memorized all these speeches because I needed a vehicle to get people to hear that story. That was recorded. Yeah.
Isn't that what acting does? Acting brings the story to life, so to speak.
100%.
You are excellent at that. I seen the video. When I first contacted you, I was trying to get you for an interview on another thing that you do with finances. This man does it all, I'm telling you. But I was able to see your video of you doing that MLK piece, and it was amazing. It captivated me right then. And I think I texted you back, and I was like, man, you are good.
Well, thank you.
You said, well, thank you.
No, I tell everybody, I didn't write that one. That was
I know you didn't write it, but
all I did was memorize it. Yeah.
The way that you bring the person of MLK to life in that piece was amazing. It really captivated me. Listen, you've been in front of crowds. You're behind the scenes. You're shaping. You're promoting. You're elevating an event with diverse, where you deliver diverse passion, precision, and undeniable charisma. You've been doing this for how long now?
Well, I mean, my mom put me on stage probably back in 1989. So the first time I competed for something, middle school speech festivals and all that, in the mid-90s. And the big stuff in Greenville started for me in 2007. Mm-hmm. The second season they were downtown when they gave me the microphone.
Wow. Mm-hmm. This is your full-time gig? This is what you do full-time?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have several things. Like you mentioned, I have a financial education company. Mm-hmm. The three verticals are basically that, me as an MC for hire, mm-hmm. and also the one-man show. Wow.
What's in JDew's future 10 years down the road? Is it anything you want to do, the biggest dream that you have that you possibly could talk about? What do you want to take your entrepreneurship, your company? What is it that you really want to do? Maybe some things you want to change, maybe some things you want to bring to Greenville. What is your goal?
It's very interesting that you asked that because maybe as an entrepreneur, a lot of folks really want freedom. And that's really, my goals actually stem around freedom. I'm a guy who's been wound up for a long time doing a lot of things. Yeah. And now with 4 children, 11
How many
down
children?
to 3, 4. She's 11. The boys are 9, 5, and 3 as we record.
My goodness.
And my goals now are a lot more time, freedom.
Sure.
I think with our financial education stuff, there is a lot of impact that is happening with a lot of families all across the country. Mm-hmm. And it's not really to get... It's so interesting because everyone would assume with what I do, how wound up I am, and that I'm a go-getter and involved in things.
Sure.
Hey, are you trying to go to the major leagues in baseball? Are you trying? No. I mean, I've never. Y'all keep calling me. I mean, I'm fine to go home.
Right.
If I see something interesting, I'll let you know. But like, you guys called me to be here. So,
right.
So I think for me, there's a lot of investment opportunities, passive income, freedom, and influence around family finances and family education for more of a legacy hit.
Why is finances so important for you that you've gotten involved in that as far as
Christopher? I was sick of being broke. I was sick of being broke. Okay,
so. But now you help people also. You not only for yourself, but you now teach things. You run a financial company. So why is that so important for you to?
Well, I think in the culture that maybe a lot of folks who look like me grew up in, there's not a lot of education.
Absolutely.
And so many people, we went to school from 5 to 21 or whatever every single day, and we leave school and we realize, man, I'm really interested in why I'm in debt and my credit score and all that stuff. But they only talked about it for about 2 weeks in 11th grade, and they made me write checks, and we don't write checks anymore. So there was a huge gap in my awareness for how do you get a loan, or why is this person telling me never get loans? All that type of stuff. So I was just always kind of interested in the idea. And it really stemmed from watching too much TV. Most people say that, ruins your brain and rottens your mind. For me, it was like, these people look like they got money over here. I'm sitting at the house broke, trying to get mom to give me some new batteries to put in the thing. And I'm like, if they can do it, why can't I? So it wasn't I didn't have an apathy or a lethargy to watching television. It was like, I'm trying to be rich and famous like these people. They obviously have or have not. At the time, I thought that.
Right.
But now I realize, they know stuff that I don't know. But we live in the age of information.
Absolutely.
Now I realize I can figure this out. Or somebody's written it in a book. Or there's an online course for this.
Yeah.
So over the course of my adult life, I've gotten way more interested in financial education.
That's amazing. When did you start to break that ceiling as far as, I'm tired of being broke.
Yeah.
Let me find out what's going on.
I've been tired of being broke since the beginning, but let's see. Really, my mother started some of that trajectory again when I was in college, probably around senior year of college. She got on to Dave Ramsey.
Oh,
and he came to Greenville.
Yeah.
He was at Malden First Baptist Church in 2005.
That's where I got married at.
Oh, okay, yeah, 2005.
Yeah.
So back in the day, he lived in Malden. She saw it on the marquee.
Okay.
And then she looked him up on the radio. And so some of his principles kind of launched me into it as I was finishing school, and I'm about to be 22, 23 years old. So at that point, I'm like, hello, I'm in debt from school, and the debt that I owe is about 10 times my net worth at this point. I was like, I didn't know school cost money. Like, what happened? I'm about to get out of here, and like, y'all gonna
what are we gonna do?
Start billing me? Y'all are gonna start billing me. So it started with that, but then another huge. So what my brother and I do now is diverts from Dave Ramsey's savings, his insurance, and his investment strategies. We have diverted from that. Now his consumer debt reduction plan, A+. Obviously, get out of consumer debt, snowball it up. That's great. But that was about 10 years ago when someone shared with me, several wealthy people that I knew in town said, there is a system that some rich and wealthy people that we know. Now, these are influential people in my life locally, but they said there's stuff that we don't know that other people are doing.
Wow.
And you need to figure it out for us, JDew, because we're not smart enough to know what they're talking about.
Oh, my goodness.
That was the introduction to infinite banking, which is what we teach at this community.
Y'all need to look that up. Where can people find out about that?
So if you want to look us up and find it, you're going to find us as the Banking Bros. Me and my brother, the Banking Bros on all your favorite social channels, or the cashcompound.com.
You kind of touched on this a little bit as you were talking there when you said people think that you're hyped and you're going all the time. That brought me to a question I had. What do you do? What is your favorite pastime as far as when it's time for you to settle down, enjoy your day? What's your favorite thing to do when you're...
Well, I'm going to fall asleep if I settle down. That's what I do.
You got four children. I mean, what else is it? Right.
Yes. So
is it reading?
Yes, I do enjoy reading.
I love reading.
So I'm a big reader, and now a lot of the stuff that I'm reading has to do with, you might call it entrepreneurial self-help, or the specific industry of the businesses that I'm involved with. So I read constantly there. I'm always 10 books behind too.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I bought a book this morning. I put on my list. I need to buy that one, but it's probably 6 months to 2 years down the road because I'm in the middle of books right now, audiobooks or some hard copies as well. Yeah. So I do like to read, and I'm a consumer of video too. I like YouTube. I like to learn things.
Me too.
I like to watch funny things, interesting things. I'm not really a sitcom guy anymore.
Right.
But I'll get into a documentary or something that's 10, 20 minutes, podcasts and things like that, so I can learn stuff. Yeah. So those are some of the things that I'm doing.
So even in your downtime, you're pretty much learning, you're growing, you're expanding yourself, expanding your mind.
So I have traveled quite a bit, not tons in the last couple of years, but if you really want to see me at ease, I got to get out of town. Like I got to go somewhere. Then change the scenery. So I do like to travel.
And the favorite travel destination?
Well, I have stories because I can tell some stories, but two very big highlights for me would have been London about 15 years ago now, and Dubai. Oh my! That same summer. So that was a great time. Yeah,
that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. This time has been great, and I knew it would go quick. We're already 19 minutes in, and I just wanted to pick your brain, man, and let people find out exactly who you are, because I know they see your face at the baseball field and they just wondering, what is this guy really all about? Is he cool? Is he obnoxious? Is he a jerk?
Probably all of them. I can play all of them if you want. Yeah.
But I can tell you, you're a talented guy, man, and you are the ultimate hype man, I'm telling you. And you're just absolutely good at what you do. Where can people find you on social media?
If you want to find me, you're going to find me at It's JDew. So ITSJDEW. itsjdew.com, or some of those other places that I mentioned from my one-man show or financial education company.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And as we close, let's talk about the beautiful family of yours. You said now you got 4 children. Which are the girls? Which are the boys?
So she's the oldest. She just started 6th grade, and then the boys are 9, 5, and 3.
9, 5, and 3. Wow.
Yeah.
And how what do they think about dad?
Well, I'm sure they have a lot of different opinions than my fans out there, right? So that's for sure. So enjoy them immensely.
Sure.
A lot of prayers go into our relationships for the long term, and how moldable they are right now. They have different personalities than me, but most of the time, most of them think I'm still pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So far.
That's a testament.
So far.
That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, JDew of Greenville, South Carolina, and areas, look for him. I mean, just put in JDew. I mean, you'll find him everywhere. He's absolutely great at what he does, and this has been an honor to be able to sit and talk to him for Christopher Dillard Media. And thank you, man,
yes, sir.
So much.
All right.
And as I always say at the end of a broadcast, that's a wrap.